JP, who's one of our partners in Brazil. He worked for Alana, and they're running this amazing campaign that we really love because it's about like, we want to promote children to be able to play free outside, but we also want to make sure that when they're playing outside, they're also like playing in the healthy conditions that every child should be able to play. Alana has been running this campaign that we think it's amazing. So we've joined this campaign and we're very supportive of the work of Alana in Brazil and worldwide. But today we wanted JP to share with us about the campaign, like and specific actions that we can take in order to support this campaign and actually start taking action now. So JP, very welcome.
Thank you, Cecilia. Thank you, Carlos and Rosamond. What an amazing opening of this day. So I'm here to share with you. I hope you can see my screen. So I'm JP Amaral, as Cecilia mentioned. I am the Children in Nature Program Coordinator at Alana Institute. I'm speaking from Brazil, but will present in English, but will just salute my colleagues from Brazil. Então, bom dia aí para todo mundo que está no Brasil. Grande abraço aí para toda a rede da Urban 95, os parceiros que estão assistindo. Well, so Alana Institute is a social environmental impact organization with the mission to honor the children. And within its programs is the Children in Nature program, where we defend the right of every child to live in a healthy environment, including a healthy and clean air, and strengthening their connection and their bond with nature. So the reality we've seen of children during the pandemic is, of course, the devastating effects of in their health, right? Especially for being locked down. So the impacts in how they're affected in their health, in their mental health, in their behavior, and also the social skills. And that has been really overall research in all the world showing the impacts of that happening. And the solution that we've been discussing mostly within our program, but also globally in research, is that we need to promote outdoor play for children. Kids deserve, especially in Canada, for example, this campaign, they propose that the kids deserve a summer of play. So now the Global North is working a lot on promoting children to play outside. But will they be able to do that? We already seen some reports on how climate change is affecting because of the high heat waves, or also because of other impacts related to climate change, forcing children inside and not being able to play outside. And when we talk about this invisible enemy or the invisible killer that Rosamond mentioned, the air pollution, this is something that we were talking way before the pandemic, right? So regions, for example, in China and India, but also other places around the world that has already locked down situations or protocols because it's too polluted for children. Now, I'm not going to go within the issue that we already presented really well in this opening panel, but we'll discuss a lot in the convening in overall about how children are more affected and vulnerable to this. But it's something that we really have to look for to really see how are we dealing with this next pandemic that is already there. So the solutions to pollution we already know, many of them that were mentioned in this first panel and that we're going to discuss in the next days. So the low emission zones or the congestion charge in London that Rosamond mentioned, the active transportation that we need to promote, better technologies for heavy vehicles like the Euro 6 that is not yet available, especially in developing countries, tackling the deforestation and the burning of the forests, especially in South America, is a big situation due to the burning of the forest of the Amazon, and also improving the green areas. But first, we were looking at all the situations of the solutions, and we saw that first we needed to do a step back and look at it as a global issue. And what was the point that we faced off was that we needed to build the movement around clean air for children and also give more visibility to this issue. We have a lot of research, we have a lot of campaigns. WHO has a great work on exposing the impacts of pollution in children, in children's health, but we needed to give more of this of a movement and give this visibility. So that's where it comes in, the Free-to-Play-Outside campaign that I hope to also engage you all in participating. So Free-to-Play-Outside is a global campaign that warns of the risk of air pollution to children's health and is a call for parents. I saw many comments asking, so is there any action or experience talking with families and engaging the families? So here it is. and really to engage those parents to fight for clean air and so that their children can go play outside. So first, how have we done that? First of all, as I mentioned, building the movement. What we were seeing is that the climate parent movements are just amazing. The Parents for Future Global, inspired by the Greta's movement, Fridays for Future, is doing an amazing work in connecting all those climate parent groups locally and nationally and making it a global voice. Also, the Our Kids Climate, which is an organization that is supporting those climate parent groups and giving them all the tools necessary to work locally. And this is also inspired by Greta's movement, the For Future movements, has inspired psychologists, teachers, artists, doctors, all within a big umbrella. And then we look at the clean air movements that has this amazing work done locally or nationally, but there was still no umbrella working. And most of all, we need to connect the dots. Tackling clean air is also tackling climate change in so many ways. And that's what we came in with building this campaign. So we invited Parents for Future Global and also Our Kids Climate, and we had the support from Purpose to co-create this campaign, and we started off with 16 countries engaged all over the world. And the result we have with this engagement of this movement is already over 60 groups that are activated. In only 40 days of campaign, we've been over a month with this campaign. We had over 500 posts from these 40 groups all over the world, which has really inspiring and, as you can see, also very creative ways of action and connecting all the people in the world in one single message, which is the free to play outside. And then we needed to give visibility. So the insights we had for this is, what if we could turn air pollution into an element that is not only invisible anymore, it makes it visible, but also tangible, so people can touch and talk and discuss about it. What if this air pollution could be an icon that is easily recognizable from far away so people can talk about it? And what if this icon could also travel all around the world and be present in where children are playing, for example, or in their schools, but also giving it a context for each scenario in each country, as we've seen that has these different particularities in each place in the world in regards to air pollution. And that's where we come up with this really simple symbol, a giant gray bubble that you can see from far away, and it can be in different scenarios where we can discuss and people go there and take picture and understand what is the issue. And of course, with this, we have a lot of media coverage, right? So talking about this in the media and talking about this in social media has been one of the big assets of this campaign, and that we're expanding even more. So what's next and how can you engage in this? So we're partnering with Bernard Van Leer Foundation within the Urban 95 network. Here are three simple things that I already show that you can do to take action as well in your city or in your country. So first of all, join the movement, as I said. So sign up in our website, freetoplayoutside.org. There we have already a group of parents and also of cities and people interested in working in this issue locally. Let's give visibility to this giant gray bubble. So within the Urban 95 network, we already have 3 cities that are going to receive the gray bubble and also other 3 countries that are going to work with it. But you don't have to bring this giant gray bubble that is quite complicated with the logistics, but we can have other ways to make this gray bubble visible. So we have an app, just app.freetoplayoutside.org, which you have all the kinds of materials and also other kinds of direct actions and small actions that you can do in your city to give more visibility and discuss issues like we mentioned here in the first panel about monitoring, about what are the problems of air pollution that we deal with, how are schools dealing with that and the surroundings of the schools, and also the public spaces where children play. And third of all, I'd like to invite you, and also I'll probably try to put it on the chat here, so you can also share your story. So how will your city help children to be free to play outside? Here's a QR code that you can point to your phone. Also, I sent a link here in the chat so you can easily there start sharing your story. We will also call that on our campaign and on social media as well. So start joining in so we can participate in that. So I'll give my final message, but I think I have some 1 more minute to show a video. But first of all, so I'll just jump into that and then come back to my thank you and the final remarks. Wait, that I just think I have to reshare my screen to optimize the video. Just 1 second. Okay. I believe now you're going to see the screen with the video, right? So this is the big movement that we've been doing in Brazil. So this is my invitation to you all. This issue is global. Let's make this collective breath global as well and pop this great bubble. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you, JP. It's a very powerful campaign. As I told you, it's a way that we can really just like start taking action. And that's what we want this convening to be, is a possibility and opportunity for all of us to start taking action from different spaces, from different places, but actually really mean it when we do it. So thank you again, JP. It's a great campaign. And of course, the Bernard Van Leer Foundation is supporting the campaign.